Welcome to the Presidential Unique Initiative Gyan Pravah podcast series, episode 137. Our guest today is Padam Shri Dr. P. Hanumanta Rao from Hyderabad. Before I go ahead with the podcast, I would like to welcome our chief host and the main key person behind these Gyan Pravah series. President of Fogsi, the biggest forum of the gynae, Dr. Sunita Tandulwadkar from Pune. Well, everybody knows she's a pioneer in IVF, endoscopy, and many more, and has touched thousands of lives with her expertise and empathy. But what makes her truly exceptional is her unwavering commitment to Fogsi. She's constantly thinking ahead, what better can be done, what more can be done to elevate our community and the care we provide. As a leader, she's not just inspiring, she's inclusive. She personally nurtures every member of her committee, offering them platforms, responsibilities, and recognition at every step. Madam, today we are doing this podcast under your leadership, and we are very thankful for that. You are a woman of purpose, passion, and people-first leadership, Dr. Sunita Tandulwadkar.
Kiran, thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words and generous use of a word. But today, really, it is your day with Dr. Rao and to listen more about him or from him. And I'm sure it will be one of the best podcasts we ever had it. Sir, this podcast we started, I felt I have 30 committee chairperson. They are the future leaders of Fogsi. Committee chairperson is the first step before you think of becoming a president. They enter in a Fogsi as a committee chairperson. And I felt by doing a podcast, by taking the interview, by having a dialogue with the leader in any field, we will be able to evolve them as a person, as an orator, as a speaker. And I realized today 138 podcasts, every podcast for 5 minutes I join. Believe me, sir, more than them, I've evolved as a person. Every time I meet a great personality, may it be political, philosophical, social, academic, any background, and there is so much to learn. And all my committee chairperson, they try to see to it that they have the best podcast and the best faculty with them. So it's always honor and a great pleasure. And I think Hyderabad always nurture the great people. Yesterday, I had someone from UP. She is now 13 years in Hyderabad, and I love, she is working towards the violence of women, and I love the word of her foundation, Invisible Scars. The lady have the scar, she may not have the courage to speak. So invisible scar, I just loved it. So more than you all, Kiran, I think as a person, as a president, as a gynecologist, as a person belonging to India, as an Indian and Foxian, I am absolutely getting benefited. And I'm thankful to all of you for getting us such a faculty on our Foxy platform. Foxy is reaching everywhere in everyone's mind, heart, and the office. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sir, it's always great pleasure and I welcome you all. We are honored to have you on our Foxy platform, sir.
Thank you, madam, for kind, appreciative words. It is your persuasion and your blessings with which we are working. And definitely we all want that the Foxy should go at the door of each and everyone. Thank you, madam. So I would like to introduce our guest, Padam Shri Dr. P. Hanumanta Rao. He is a pioneer in rehabilitation, and his academic pursuit is he is He has done his post-graduation in pediatrics. He's trained in rehabilitation medicine at AIIPM, PMR Mumbai. His PhD also in rehabilitation psychology, published, of course, international and national hundreds of papers. He's a visionary founder, started a special school for children with intellectual disabilities in 1977 with 5 children and 1 teacher in his garage besides his doing the practice. He's evolved it into Sweekaar, which is now a multi-specialty rehabilitation center, and it is having a massive impact throughout India. It has already reached 96.25 lakh Divyangjan and their families across India. It offers inclusive rehabilitation under one roof, which is cost-effective, comprehensive, and quick service delivery. And the facilities, it has a facilities for mental disabilities, hearing impairment, autism, ADHD, learning disorders, and of course, even the drug addiction. It includes even artificial limb center, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, charitable clinic, aged care home also. And he's not only this, he's the institution builder also. He has established 3 institutes: spatial education, speech and audiology, clinical psychology. Trained all more than 10,000 professionals, collectively serving almost 3 lakh persons with disability daily. He has a rural outreach, and he has founded 3 additional campuses at Kadapa, Tandur, and Guntur. He has operated them for 17 years using personal resources mainly. He has lots of awards and recognition, and he's a recipient of 51 national and international awards, and he has been honored 7 times by the presidents of India, and he is conferred with the BC Roy Award in 1995 and Padma Shri very recently in 2023 by our President Draupadi Murmu. So, sir, we welcome you to this podcast. It's our really honor and privilege to discuss with you and to come to this platform. So let's.
Thank you. Thank you, Kiranji. And sir, I'm humbled to listen to your biodata. I know Kiran probably have not done enough justice. The time doesn't allow, but it will be great to listen to you. But anytime I come to Hyderabad, sir, it will be my honor and great pleasure to meet you personally. One pediatrician can do so much for the society. Is huge to watch, learn, and have a dialogue. Definitely would like to meet you sometimes in person, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I thank you as a president of the Fogsi and committee chairman Sunita ji. I am grateful. I am honored to be on your Gyan Pravah. Hope, as you said, this interaction will go a long way. It will benefit people.
Thank you.
I thank you. You thought of us. And I request you to visit Sweekaar. I will invite you, both of you. I will invite.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. We both will join you. And as the protocol is, I'll listen to you all from the viewers link. And Kiran, very all the best for your podcast.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Madam Obliged. Thank you. So once again, welcome, sir. And of course, as Madam has said, I tried to save the time and to save time for audience to interact with it. I did crisp. I made your CV very crisp. Important points. So now, Dr. Rao, the main thing, let's start your journey basically from back Ugadi, March 17, 1977. And what inspired you to start this journey, and how did you manage to go on with this limited resources in early days? As I read started with one teacher, 5 children, and again a garage. And from there, you have reached now the massively throughout India. So let's all hear about this interesting journey.
Shall I start?
Yes.
I was born and brought up in the old city that is beyond Charminar. Old city. Now I am moved to Secunderabad. I was born in a family of doctors, my father and 2 of my other uncles. 3 were medical practitioners. They were RMPs. We had a nursing home of 45 rooms those days, 60, 70 years back, I am telling you. So there was no medical facility up to 100 kilometers. So they were very busy. Those days, whole road will be blocked and a lot of tangas, cars, everything, rickshaws. I have seen all that. Actually, my father was not willing me to send for education for MBBS. Why you need, you be with us you be join us practice. I was never willing to be a RMP. Because those days it has gone, now whole world is changing. So I had to influence my father with my maternal uncle. Then I got him convinced. Then I got seat in Warangal Medical College. Then we were all living in a joint family till I joined medicine. Till then life was okay, comfortable. I was living very luxurious life. I used to drive car also in 1963. I joined medicine in 64. Then once I entered 3rd year, my problem started. The joint family broke and financial support was discontinued because everything was under my uncle, eldest uncle. He was controlling the finances. So because of differences, no finances was flowing. Then I am a contributory product of my friends, my well-wishers. From 3rd year onwards, they only helped me to complete the education. I was sent out of the college, my admission was cancelled. I was sent out of the hostel. Then I stayed outside with my friends who were very well off, having servant and cooking and everything. I joined them. So that made me realize after completing MBBS, again my father came in my way. No, don't join MD. You start working. Government job has come those days. I said, no, I will not work. That is not my cup of tea. I want to study higher education. Then, no, I can't support the family. We were 8, 4 brothers, 4 sisters, parents, total 10 people. I said, you look after till I complete my MD. How much money you need? 600 rupees was my stipend. And I started practice from the day one. When I joined house job in Gandhi, started my practice because already I was an RMP. Knowing IV fluids, injections, everything I used to do, stitches, everything I used to do. So that was not a problem for me. So I told my father, you manage with my stipend the whole family. I will join MD. Then I used to earn myself in the practice, then completed the MD. Then at that time I realized, even after MD, my seniors were all looking after only diarrheas, dysentery, upper respiratory infections. That is not enough. Something challenging you have to do. That made me think, how much money is required? There is no limit in our thinking and expectations. I said, enough, I have seen the luxury during my childhood. I must give back. This is the time I must give back. Then somehow I came across All India Institute of Physical Medicine in Mahalakshmi, Bombay. I applied. They were conducting a course, rehabilitation course for paramedicals and doctors. I was the only medical fellow those days, and being MD also. There were PT, OT people were there. Why this man joined? He is a fool. Leaving his practice, he came to attend the course. But I realized as head of the orchestra of rehabilitation, you need to know what each specialist can do. What is his limitations? What is his contribution? That made me thinking. Then I handed over my practice to another friend. Then he looked after. I stayed in All India Institute in the quarters. and completed the course, then came back. Then I made it from the day one as a registered society. It is a public society. Nothing belongs to it. It is not a family society nor private. It is a public society. So all the assets which I made belong to Sweekaar. Then I started in a part of my clinic. I hired another shop, another shop, another shop. Then garage also was there. I used that also. Then two more houses I have hired. Then lot of demand was growing. Then I took a land, 1 acre land in the heart of Secunderabad on the main road from Defense Ministry. They were kind enough to give me one acre land in the heart of Secunderabad. Then I started a temporary structure on that. Then one of my friend, Dr. VVS Sharma, who is a radiologist, we were all class fellows. He was a radiologist. He had a roaring radiology, biggest X-ray clinic those days. He was very close to Satya Sai Baba. So Baba laid the foundation for my Sweekaar main building, and Baba only dedicated the building.
You mean physically at that time Baba was there, or
Yes,
you had a feeling?
he was there, he was there.
Oh, that is a great thing,
Yes.
sir.
That divine blessings kept
So
me
he
going.
must have been the person behind your thinking in this direction. You
This,
faced lot of challenges, but
yes, yes.
divine
He,
blessings were with
he
you.
came twice. He laid the foundation, he has dedicated the building. We were fortunate to have him two times. So and then it went on growing. I had a premonition one day I may be in trouble. In my third sense, I used to feel if this grows beyond my capacity, I may have to face trouble. That was pinching me in background of my mind. The same thing happened. Because my dynamism became my enemy. I went on expanding. In the garage itself, when I was in the garage itself, I was not satisfied serving the mentally handicapped. I said, let me serve the hearing impaired. I opened a school for hearing impaired. Then that hearing impaired school, we started primary school, it has become up to intermediate. About 7 batches of intermediate have passed out so far. And again, these people, passed out people, I couldn't rehabilitate them completely. Again, that pinched me, my conscience. No, I have not done enough justice by not getting them employed. We have educated 8,153 deaf children, and intermediate children were 4,026. But hardly, of course, I got the award from President of India for employing more children, for getting placement. But still I was not happy because many are going, not even only 10% were employing. Those days CSR was not that popular. So this, what you are seeing behind me, all these logos, this is only 1 year.
Yes.
There was no fund flow all these years. I struggled. It was an uphill task. It was sailing against the wind. It is swimming against the current. Then as I felt the need, I went on adding up drug de-addiction, because one family in the drug addict, one family, that ruins the whole family.
Yes.
One mentally ill fellow ruining the whole family.
The whole
That led
family
me.
gets affected by one mentally challenged person. It's very, very difficult to take care of this. So what was those defining moments when these thoughts came to me? I mean, it is really unusual. As a pediatrician, you could have had a practice. You really thought of establishing this center. It was very good and the compassionate behavior. Was it the divine interference, or you yourself were since very beginning, because you have taken care of so many Divyangjan also?
It is divine intervention, as you said. It is nothing but divine intervention. When people ask me, I say, is God has chosen, He prompted me to do this. He used me as an instrument. I have not done anything. So charitable clinic was there daily. I appointed a doctor, about 150 patients who used to treat per day, those days, with 1 rupee. Physiotherapy charges were 1 rupee for years. More than for a decade, 1 rupee physiotherapy, nobody was giving. Those days, physiotherapists were not there. Now, physiotherapy colleges have come. Now, like physiotherapy clinics are mushrooming.
Yes.
But those days, 30 years back, to see a physiotherapist was a tough job. People used to come in Benz cars, BMW for my therapy centers. When I meet them, they remind me, doctor, I used to come.
Yes.
So I never know.
And you must be feeling very great. I mean, that is the soul satisfying when the
Yes, yes.
patients tell you that you have done this, even if you don't remember. That is the true service to the people,
happiness
the
also.
society, and the nation. So you have established almost more than 25 plus service units, and like addiction also, artificial limb center, autism center, and many more. So I mean, how did you got those all done? I mean, people must be required, the staff required, the financial help required, the equipment required. So how did you scale up all these centers for these years and to such a great extent?
People only small, those days CSR was not there. That was not
Yeah,
popular.
that due to
It has come only in 1990, not even 90, 213. If I remember, 213 CSR was introduced. Before that, only my goodwill bank I channelized. As a doctor, as a pediatrician, I was the 4th pediatrician in Secunderabad. Now hundreds are there. And out of the 3 people were my teachers only. So my goodwill bank I channelized maximum. I could construct 55,000 square feet area. And for that also I have over-constructed 1 floor. I have over-constructed with the anticipation that I will get the sanction from the cantonment board. But they have rejected my sanctions because it was already over-constructed. So I managed all this, and of course all the service units were, biggest problem I faced was management.
yes,
That has pulled me down because I have seen lot of change in the human behavior in the past 2 decades. There is a lot of people are getting more and more self-centered. They are more not, the dedication has disappeared. Those days, workers whom I had, 100% we can rely upon. If you tell something, they will do. No deviation from the Lakshman Rekha. But now, nobody is there. There is I always quote a quotation, हर एक आदमी इंसान नहीं होता है, हर एक इंसान में इंसानियत नहीं रहता. That there is a degeneration of humanism.
yes.
Then I was lot of frustration, lot of troubles. I went into financial. Then I had a building, 5-story building. I had 47 flats. I had. One of my friend was a builder, Mr. Pandit Rao. He kept his building 2 blocks, 5-story blocks too. He kept idle for 2 years. Then that prompted me, why should I not ask this man? पंडित राव जी आप ये बिल्डिंग खाली रखे 2 साल से मेरे को दो. नहीं आप क्या करते डॉक्टर साहब? I said I will accommodate all these things. Here and there my departments are scattered. Then he said, how you will give me the money? I said I will give every month. Then every month I gave 20-25 lakhs. Sweekaar became the owner. Then I invited Dr. Y.S.R. Reddy, our ex-chief minister. He was much impressed with the work. Then he asked me, you wait here, let all the people go. I want to talk to you. Then he said, you start a center like this in Kadapa.
Yeah.
So I was not willing. But in my inner sense, I had a feeling that I should develop it as a university of Rehabilitation Sciences. Then initially 2-3 months I didn't agree. Later on he pursued, then I agreed. I said, you help me for establishing university, I will open a campus in Kadapa. Then everything was mine, operational cost mine and investment cost is mine. And I established a mini Sweekaar there.
Yes.
And I did a lot of mistakes I did that forced me into the present crisis. There I started in the government hospital. I should have not done that. Because if I didn't realize that I can't charge in the government hospital. My campus was in the government buildings, in the hospital campus. So I made it free. How can I meet the recurring expenditure? So it was falling on me, it was adding to my liability. Then my problem started. And I added, my dynamism became my enemy. I said, I started another campus at Tandur, from that place my wife comes. So, but for her cooperation and family's contribution, I could have not done all this.
Yes. Of
They
course.
are the force, propelling force behind my efforts. So I started a campus there. I purchased a 5 acres land, mini Sweekaar, ditto there. There also. Then another campus I started in Guntur. There I started because a lot of my class fellows are from coastal Andhra. So a lot of people were coming from that place. First time they boarded a train, first time they boarded a bus. I said, no, there should be a center there. Then started. All these places, 2 components were there. Service component, that is serving all types of disabled. Then manpower development component. Then because one Dr. Hanumantrao, how many people he will serve? No.
Yes. How many, how you were managing all 3 centers and so many persons?
Dr. Hanumantrao was there as C to C. C to C means chaprasi to chairman. And GM to GM, gate man to general manager.
What analogy.
So now I am changing now. This is also a mistake I have done. This was one-man army. I did a mistake. These reach should have been given to others because there was more possessiveness. Maybe possessiveness also. Another is I didn't like to waste money, spend money in the management guys. But now it is not. Now I have formed an advisory managing committee with 2 ISB guys, young guys, Dr. Deepak and Dr. Vikram. These 2 young boys, I told them, help me, guide me to establish a managing committee which should be paid. All these days I worked, I saved that money. Now I need not save. Let it go professionally, this can be managed. But in the process, I had to wind up a lot of services because a lot of people get a lot of trouble. There is no accountability. There is no commitment. Dedication has become a rare commodity. Everybody is a saint till he is caught. Only when he is caught, he is a thief.
I know. When you run such a big organization and so many of the persons, mainly staff, then definitely these things you must have come across. Can you share a story of your life that deeply moved you to reinforce this mission? Because it is a divine mission. It's absolutely a unique mission. Like for this, you have to have a lot of compassion and empathy in your mind. So any specific story would you like to share with the audience?
Now, many people blame that you have overexpanded. I said, who am I to do? God, it is all ideas given by the Creator. He has ordained me to, I have done. But now I advise people should not overstretch themselves. You must always see the resources and what is going to be spent. So that process I am now, in the process I had to sell a lot of my properties and Sweekaar properties which I purchased. These are government properties I can't touch. So now I am seeing people who can participate with me. Many people came, they wanted to give me 15 crores, 10 crores, you hand over to us. I said no. That is not my intention. I want people to join me as a CSR partner. What is the benefit I get if I join CSR partner? You will get name, you will be on the board, and you will have check power. So that every pie you are spending is under your radar. So I am approaching some big companies who can participate. 2, 3 companies if I take, no, I can revive some units which I have shut down, and I can employ more competent people. Because in management science they say if you give peanuts you will get monkeys. So my pay scales were very low, and that too not regularly I am paying. So many people have left. So I am reviving now. I made a liability of 25 crores. Now I swam across. It was a big turbulence I had, but God is kind to me, and with the best wishes and blessings of my elders, my beneficiaries, again I am standing. I always tell a boxer is not failed if he doesn't get up by counting 10. I am very much in 10.
That this is your greatness, that you are down to the earth person, very humble to accept your not to say more about your achievements, but to say that you have done these mistakes. I mean, this is your greatness. People just talk of what they are achieving and achieving and achieving without even thinking what mistakes that you are trying to every time evolve yourself and more do better. So I was asking, sir, any specific आपके दिमाग में कोई स्टोरी आती हो कि जिसने आपको मूव करा इस इतने किसी
See,
कोई some child which has
total benefit 96 lakhs beneficiaries are there who received our services. That means 96 lakhs families are impacted.
yes
10,000 students passed out with my effort. In those days, there was no awareness. Speech therapy and special education, all these courses were not aware. I run the course with 4 children. That means more liability, more financial strain. People didn't realize 10,000 students passed out means each professional treating 30 people per day, imagine. That means 3 lakhs people are getting impacted with my effort.
yes
I didn't get government grant for all this. No, I got government grant only for the schools. Special school for mentally challenged, special school for deaf. That also from this year onwards, I stopped because I was not getting the government of India grant in time. If I don't get the grant in time, I have to pull the money from borrowing. So people should not do like what I have done. They must focus because those days there was a need. So I have diversified so much. Now there is no need. There are so many drug de-addiction centers. There are so many schools, MR schools, child development centers. There are 555 child development centers are in and around. Those days I was the only fellow. Because I am a pediatrician, I realized the need.
yes you are working because of your compassionate feeling and empathy, so that's a different thing. The commercial ones are different. The people coming from your at your place must be having a greater satisfaction, I'm sure, that because they are getting what they actually want. The real help is required to these mentally challenged children and
It
others.
all needs context. You see, I didn't develop contacts because I was drowned in this melee in developing the institution, taking forward. You have to socialize with many people. You have to develop contacts. If I see somebody after 2 years, again I forget. Yesterday, one patient came from Bombay. Doctor, do you remember? I said, I remember your dad's face. His dad also came, our dad. But I don't remember exactly. No, I brought my son to you, autistic child. I am coming after 7 years. So our memory, our think tank also has gone weak.
No, sir, but still, we all doctors feel when the mothers or the fathers come with their son or the daughter, that whatever they have gained from you, so that gives a real soul satisfaction. So, I mean, it might seem to be a very funny or actually, it's an innocent question. you have received the award, so many awards, 7 times from the presidents of India. You have received BC Roy Award. You have received the Padma Shri. How does it feel like? Like we are nowhere, somewhere, never have the. We do get. I mean, like our presidents and our institutions do give us, but it's a very must be unique feeling of getting a Padma Shri and BC Roy Awards and all those presidents coming at your place or you are getting awarded. So how do you feel like it?
It is quite satisfying in spite of all the financial liabilities I have undergone and lot of criticism from the society, because society is tuned in such a way no good work can exist without criticism. No good work can progress without resistance. If more resistance coming from the society means you are doing more better things. So I went on marching. It has these awards and all propelled my energy. They have recharged my energy. And otherwise I would have stopped somewhere on the way. No, I am fighting. I have renovated my buildings and now I was running all courses, so many courses. Every course was running in deficit. Now I think enough manpower is there. Not enough, still manpower is required, but I don't want to add more liability to myself. I stopped all the courses. So I can't stop abruptly. I will get a bad name from the students as well as from the university, from rehabilitation council. So one by one I have withdrawn. Now one batch, last batches of courses are there. Now they will, after 1 year, they will finish. If somebody wants to, some corporate, somebody wants to come and support and administrative setup also, if somebody want to share, my mind is open.
Yeah, that's also a very important thing, matlab, out in our listeners, because this, so you must be knowing our podcast will be uploaded on YouTube, and not only at this time, but any time the people can listen to it, and they anyone can, I think the professional can get involved in your mission. So we would definitely like that when people get more and more involved in such type of noble work and divine work. So what are your dreams about the Sweekaar? You said once the you wanted to establish the rehabilitation university. Where, I mean, what you were planning about that?
Our chief minister, he was kind enough. He gave land in Kadapa, 10 acres land he gave. I built a building. Money he didn't give. He was postponing. By the time he passed away, that was the biggest jolt for me. As he suddenly died, then that has thrown me in the gutter. Otherwise, things would have been different. He has established, he has deputed a committee of 7 vice chancellors to inspect my institute and give a report to UGC. All vice chancellors recommended, and state government recommended to UGC. Land also allotted. He died. And I didn't pursue because how can my influence is not sufficient to how can I influence the UGC? Though it is recommended, it was gone into the dustbin. And lot of money is required to establish the university. So I said I am too small for that. Lot of financial support is required. I realized. So I didn't take up the land allotted in the city for university. I didn't take over the land. Kadapa land, I have built a building by spending 1.5 crore. It is still running there.
You are doing such divine work. I think you should, I mean, like the President of India has given you Padma Shri, they should be help you to encourage and develop these sort of resources. Still, I mean, even today, how many centers maybe all over India offer rehabilitation and all that says, but still they are more and more needed because these children do need a lot of help and development for their development and growth.
See, I got Beecher Award, that is the highest award in our medical field.
Yes.
In
Yes.
1995. Only after how many years? After 20? 30 years, huh? 18 years. Yeah, after 18 years, I got Padma Shri. That was possible only in Modi ji's government.
Yes, sir.
And I didn't get it this time. I never got it recommended by anybody. I said, no, let me self-nomination. Only my wife also doesn't know this time I have nominated. Only my PA, Mr. Sridhar, and myself are aware. We have submitted online. One day I got a call from the Home Ministry. Do you accept our congratulations? Then it took some time for me to think. Home Ministry is asking me, definitely it must be Padma Shri. Otherwise, I didn't expect. So the screening has gone different way.
For that, of course, congratulations from all the listeners to you. And we, of course, do want that your dream of Sweekaar into the rehabilitation university or whatever dream you think of should come in practical, and you do more and more work for this. So what would you like to give message to the young doctors and social entrepreneurs regarding this specific charitable work, and even like these children getting more and more employment and acceptance into the world? So what message would you like to give before we after that, sir, we will have a 2-3 rapid fire questions just for audience purpose, but before that I would like to have your message.
First, students must have their sympathy, not only sympathy and empathy also, towards the area of disability. According to me, nobody is disabled. They are only differently abled.
Yes.
See, for example, autism. Autism is lack of intelligence, but it is a different kind of intelligence. There are many people who are doing excellently well, like ADHD. ADHD is not a failure of attention. It is a redistribution of attention. So students must take out, medical students also should visit these centers. Hardly I get a 0%, I can say 0.1% of referral from doctors. My referrals are from patient to patient. How long this should continue? Doctors should refer. It must come from the doctors. If they know what is ADHD, if they know what is autism, if they know what is scholastically backwardness, what is the learning disorders, and they should think of when to refer. When I ask the pediatric centers to visit, they don't give much weight. So many medical colleges have come. It must be mandatory to visit a rehab center. When 10% of the population is directly, indirectly affected by disability, they must be sensitized medical students. That is not happening. So that is medical student, medical field should wake up. Now, question of coming, I write medicines for autism children and many scholastically backward children. My experience of 48 years taught me that these medicines will help. Now, I have printed a brochure. I think I have sent you a soft copy of that. I sent you a soft copy of that, how medicines are going to play a role.
Yes, yes. So
In,
you can show it a little high ups to the audience. Yes.
You see, now they are thinking you should not use medicine, they are toxic. I said, if you get hypothyroid, you have to use medicine. If you are diabetic, you have to use medicine. For every problem, you have to use medicine. Why can't you use medicine for these people? To potentiate their brain, to improve their brain functioning. These medicines which have come into the market now, mushrooming of medicine now. I don't know where it is going to end. A year back, there were not many medicines. Now, 30, 50 companies are manufacturing. I don't know what is the control on this production of these drugs. And many people are against my writing medicines also. I told you, it is an uphill task. I have to fight because child is important to me. If I can add value to a child, my job on this planet is done.
Yes.
I have two daughters. One daughter is a fashion designer. Another daughter is developmental pediatrician, Dr. Namrata. I got her developmental pediatrics qualification. Her husband, my son-in-law, is Dr. Anand Prasad. I sent him to England to get trained in pediatric neurology. Here there is no pediatric ward at all in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. So how can you train him in the adult ward? How can you train a pediatrician, pediatric neurologist? And so many mushrooming of child development centers, there should be some regulation. They are starting therapies when a child doesn't have attention, concentration, stability. How will he listen to you? For speech therapists, he needs attention. For a special educator, attention of the child is required. For a psychologist also required. So all the therapy centers are starting medicines. No, they are against medicines. So those who have confidence in me, those who have seen the YouTubes and and my videos and Google ratings and all, by reading that they are coming to me. If you use these medicines judiciously, definitely there is a good improvement for these children. Maybe every child we can't satisfy, every parent we can't satisfy. Some children are very, very problematic. They bite, they pinch, they kick, they break, destructive, every type of problem they have. A autistic child,
Yes.
hyperactive, restless. So all this can come down with the medicines. Once the child is stabilized, then every therapy is required. I never said therapies are not required. But first, medication, stability, then if his brain is like Vande Bharat, how can anybody enter into the train? The train has to stop to enter or to get out. So instructions are entering his mind, his brain. So once he is stabilized, he will receive the commands, he will interpret the command, he will execute the action.
Yes.
So I appeal to all my friends and colleagues, professional colleagues, not only pediatrician, they must value the medication, value of medication. Give the benefit of the child. Don't deprive him. Even mothers are strongly rooted. Doctor, without medicine, after 1 hour I spent to convince them. Can you do anything without medicine? I said, there is one dargah. You go and pay 200 rupees. He'll put a taviz. Educated people, I don't know why the strong negativity is there.
Yes, sir.
So now whoever are treating my patients only, outside doctors' patients won't come to me, very rare. Some doctors recently referring, some homeopathic doctors, some allopathic doctors they are referring recently. Some awareness has come, but still pediatricians are not realizing.
So
You
your
see,
message is for judicious use of medication, followed by different type of vocational or occupational therapies can altogether help it. That's what this seems to be.
not today, these medicines are available in our country thousands of years back. Even Sushruta, Ayurveda medicine, Shankapushpa and Brahmi, all these medicines they used to use. Now
Yes.
they are coming in a different form, cortisone, how they are acting by neuroplasticity, increase the metabolism of the brain cell, by increasing the connectivity of the brain cells, by recharging the brain cells. So they are helping, they are doing great. These medicines are giving a lot of help. Only in your next podcast, how you make it, how we sensitize the doctors. They have to change their attitude. There is a need to change the attitude.
So, sir, I think so. The message or your message is clear, very that the doctors should come forward. They should understand it more clearly. So you write books also? Yes.
This was done in 2004.
Yeah.
If some capitalists, if some industrialists come forward, my
Yes.
brain still intact, I can take this dream for realization. But I have no money. Now I lost everything.
No, but you have done your life's
Yes, sir. I am
whole
satisfied.
sacrifice has been done.
I am 100% satisfied, no regrets. Top man has given, he has taken, but didn't throw me on the ground. I am a happy man.
So, like your proudest moment of your life, what will be? I mean, if you say, if you look, go see your journey back, what will do you think?
The main pillar of support is my wife, Dr. P. Nirmala Rao. She is also a child specialist. She has tolerated all my nonsense. So many liabilities, so many times I have sacrificed my time, my talent, my treasure, my leisure, my pleasure.
She's
So
one of the, I mean, the
I am grateful to all of them and especially my beneficiaries.
yes.
They at least acknowledge when I see them, doctor, my child is better. He was with ADHD, he is doing very well.
So you're proud of her and
Yes.
your family.
That's
What message in the end? We have come to the end. What message you would like to give every Indian family? You have given message to the young doctors. You have given invitation to the social entrepreneurs. They can come and join you. What message you would like to give to the families?
See, first parents, one message to parents is they are our strength. They are key role players. Most of the parents are psychologically damaged, eroded, so they need support. So they must also, parents also should know. Taking medicines for them, nothing. When I say they don't accept. But the psychiatrist should give counseling to them. Now coming to rehabilitation means not one person. No, I alone cannot do. It is more than I, it is we.
Yes.
Every specialist is equally important. I am only head of the orchestra. I coordinate, I network with all the specialists. So no individual should take credit. We all are responsible for giving a new life, joy, a ray of smile to the person who is neglected, who is abandoned, mothers who lost hope. You are
Yes.
creating hope to them. You are
Yes.
seeing a cheerfulness. My child is now talking. My child is giving commands now. My child is responding now. That is the biggest joy one can. Even doctors should take up to rehabilitation, more and more pediatricians to come to this field, and the society needs. They must study more courses available now, and even general population, people should come for special education, for speech and audiology, for clinical psychology courses. I was losing 10 lakhs every year only on clinical psychology. I was the only fellow in entire Andhra and Telangana for 21 years. This year, two institutes started, one in Andhra, one in Telangana. If somebody take up the burden of financing, I have no issue. I can
Yeah.
still have goodwill in the government of India. I can see that the courses are revived.
Yes, and you have the desire and even your
Yes,
dream is there. So
God
we
has.
can all follow. So thank you very much, sir. You have given a clear-cut message that the people and the young doctors should think beyond the normal subjects, the usual stream. They should go to these specific areas, and there they can do more and even do more service to the humanity, to these disabled. You have taken this challenge to make these disabilities into the possibility. So you started in a garage and start creating the most, I would say, ended up in creating the India's largest multi-speciality rehabilitation center. I've seen that on the net, and you have touched so many lives. So this is definitely a story of great vision and undying commitment. Thank you, sir, very much. You have actually truly worked on the motto of rehabilitation from womb to tomb. So Once again, we, on behalf of Foxy, on behalf of Foxy President Dr. Sunita Tendulwarkar, and I thank you that you have honored by coming to this platform your vision of for these disabled or differently abled, as you rightly said, differently abled children is a very good one, and the message to audience is very clear, and those who want to join your mission can definitely contact you. Your this podcast will be uploaded on YouTube. So once again, thank you, sir. We are very proud of you, and we are very privileged. And as Madam has said, we will come sometime to Hyderabad and meet you.
Please, please.
And she's a very dynamic president, and she's always taking all the possibilities. And every time she's thinking of doing better and better for women health, for women, the overall every mankind. And she wants to reach that Foxy reaches to nations, every corner, every house, everywhere. So together we'll.
I personally thank you and our president, Dr. Sunita ji, and all your committee members. Myself and whole Sweekaar Parivar is grateful for carrying this message to many of our medical professionals. This will definitely add great value to Sweekaar, and I am grateful to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.